My name's Adam West, and if you're here today, that means you are looking for some guidance on how to play your harmonica. Maybe you got one for Christmas, a birthday, maybe it's been in a drawer from a family member. You've always wanted to learn, or you wouldn't be here right now. Now, this lesson is for a 10-hole diatonic harmonica. If you have a chromatic, a larger one, with a button on the side, this isn't a lesson for you. But please make a comment in the below the video, and I will point you in the right direction. Okay? So, that being said, there are a couple suggestions I have. If you haven't bought your harmonica, I suggest the Hohner Special 20. This is a $60 USD at this time, and you can't get a better harmonica for that price. That's not true. There's a lot of great harmonicas on the market. Seidel and Suzuki make good harmonicas. So does JDR. And there's quite a few other brands out there. But if you're on a budget, I suggest the Bushman Delta Frost. That is a $30 USD and a great harmonica, especially for beginners to intermediate players. It plays real well. I've got one right here. So, about the same. This one's a little warmer, but that being said, I would compare this to a marine band, Hohner marine band. Okay, so today we're going to go through a few things, and I'm going to have some handouts available in the description for you to download for free, because I love you. And I want you to succeed. So let's kind of start into it. We're going to go through a couple things today. We're going to talk about breathing and how important it is to our harmonica to help it create the best sounds. We're going to learn about the train rhythm. We're going to learn a simple song, and then we're going to learn Piano Man, because a lot of people want to learn that song. We're going to learn it in such a way that you can play it at a karaoke. So, how exciting is that? So let's get into it. The first couple things, I want to give you some terminology. Harp is short for harmonica, okay? Then, if we have a single note, that is a 1 hole on your harmonica. If we have a chord, that is 3 holes. It could be 2, it could be 4, but in our world today, it's 3 holes. A chord is a combination of multiple tones. Okay, to blow is to blow air into the harmonica. To draw is to draw air through the harmonica, breathing in. Okay? And I want to say that you don't suck and blow. You blow and draw. You want to breathe in a natural fashion. Okay, how to hold your harmonica. Left hand, even when you're right-handed. There's very few examples of the people holding it with their right hand, but they're out there. But in general, it makes sense. Left hand, low side on the left, like a piano, numbers on top. You're going to see little bitty numbers right here, and I think you can see them just barely on here. There we go. Okay, now some things you want to do when you're taking care of your harmonica. You want to not eat and drink sugary foods and items. That includes soda pop. That includes candy and food. What you eat goes into the harmonica. So you can rinse your mouth out with some water. You can just drink water. A lot of times, so it builds up the reeds, which is what swings and makes the sound. It just builds up over time, and your harmonica feels sad. And you don't want your harmonica to feel sad, do you? I don't think so. So, in general, you want to keep it in a case, okay? You don't want to put it in your pocket and get lint in there. The little bits of stuff eventually can make a reed get stuck. And then you have the problem of opening it up and getting that undone. Another thing is when you're done, you want to grab it in your right hand and you want to smack it out. Try to get it hard. If it stings a little, you're doing it hard enough. You can also hit it on your leg, right? Anywhere is fine. But you want to try to move that kind of leftover saliva in there if your harmonica is doing that. Now, let's talk about creating good quality sounds. You want to be able to practice breath control. You want to be relaxed. And you want to have a consistent embouchure. That is the shape of your mouth. That combination of 3 things is going to help the harmonica be its best. It's going to help you make pretty sounds, because there are some pretty squawky noises. let me go and make it better. So, I'm going to talk about breathing in a second. But if you like this kind of content, I encourage you to subscribe for more harmonica lessons and check out my channel as well. I do give one-on-one video lessons. So, don't be afraid to reach out and ask questions. If you need help, I'm here for you. So, here we go. I'm going to start with our breathing knowledge. We're going to start by creating our first set of sounds. Now we're going to be playing on holes 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I missed a very important fact. I'm playing with a C harmonica. Often you can find that stamped on your harmonica on the top right side. Sometimes it's on the front of the harmonica. It's kind of worn off on this one, but right there. So if you have a different key harmonica, all of this will still apply, with the exception of the Piano Man backing track not quite working for you. But get yourself a C harmonica, because that's what a lot of the online lessons are geared towards. So a lot of great teachers online. Ask me who they are, I'll tell you. Okay, now let's talk about breathing. We want to remember to breathe from our diaphragm. What is our diaphragm? It is a muscle right here in our sternum that helps contract and expand our lungs. When we breathe from our diaphragm, we get a lot more oxygen. It's super healthy for us. And we are able to produce more consistent airflow, because consistency is key when blowing into your or drawing into your harmonica. Okay, so what do you want to do to breathe from your diaphragm? Well, you want to sit up, right? You want to put a hand on your belly, right here, and you want to breathe in through your nose and feel your belly expand. Do it with me, okay? 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Do you feel your belly expanding? Are your shoulders rising? Try to get it so your shoulders don't rise, but your belly comes out. That's super important. Try it again. Nice deep breath, right? You always want to breathe from the inside here, because it's going to, like I said, produce better sounds. Now, remember to let your breath come naturally. Try to remember that this is a wind instrument that responds to your tension and body. If, I like to say be one with the harmonica, right? Because once it's attached to you, which is 90% of the time, 99% of the time you're playing it, it really is a part of your wind channel. And the harmonica prefers to be treated gently, breathing gently. So let's breathe in again, and we're going to breathe out like this when we breathe in. So breathe in through your nose, belly expands, let your shoulders relax. If you're having trouble relaxing, wiggle your butt in your seat, and then laugh how ridiculous that is, right? Breathe in, wiggle your butt, breathe out. All right, so let's do this exercise one more time. We're going to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, going. Okay. Now we're going to do that into the harmonica. We're going to play on holes 1, 2, and 3. That's super important. So if you want to know what holes 1, 2, and 3 sound like, you take your finger and you block the 4, right? So we got 3 holes, and we go. Hear that? It's important that you train your ear along with your body and technique, but little steps at a time. I'll play mine. Does yours sound like mine? Breathing in. Out. You may have noticed that I point out from me and into behind me when we're breathing out and in. That's going to show up all the time. So it's a lot to do with breathing. People have come back from their second or third lesson and said, I've been sleeping on this harmonica train exercise. It's more about breathing than it is about timing. And they couldn't be more right. So, what do I mean harmonica train exercise? Well, let's look at the next page on our lesson. Now I'm going to superimpose these onto the video. But I encourage you to print these off so you can pin it up somewhere and see it, and it makes you want to practice or triggers you to grab a harmonica. Works for me at least. So, the train, as taught by the Flisco method, Joe Flisco, a excellent teacher, and some would say one of our harmonica royalties. Wonderful guy. And he created a really great program. If you're in Chicago, I implore you to go take the harmonica class at the music school called, I forget, but I'll put it right there in the corner. And take it with my good teacher, my friend David Cahalan. He's an excellent teacher. If you like my teaching style, I have, of course, drawn inspiration from how he teaches. But all right, let's look at our train. On the top of the page, we have train whistle. Okay, that is going to be breathing in. Now let me breathe in on that and play the whistle for you. Ah, yeah, kind of sounds like a whistle. Okay, there's a couple things going on. You'll see the next to the word train whistle, numbers 1 and 2. Ignore those. Okay, those are for practice tracks that are a part of that awesome class. Yeah. Hey there, it's Adam from the future, and great news, you do have a practice track. So if you follow this QR code right here, you will be going to a practice track where you can play the train at a 50 beats per minute. So happy honking. You'll see a W inside of a spiky circle, right? That stands for whistle. Okay, the whistle is a combination of 3 actions. One is an EP. That means exhale push. That means we're going to go and push out all the air in our belly. Okay, then you're going to see the arrow pointing down. That means breathe in. Imagine the page is in front of you like this, and the arrow is pointing towards you. You're going to breathe in. Okay, if the arrow is pointing up or out, you're going to breathe out. Okay, super important. So next to that down arrow is the numbers 5, 4, and 3, or 3, 4, 5. That is denoting what holes you're playing on. Okay, now you're going to breathe in on that, and the wiggly line means to sustain it. So it's going to mean, it means you go and you keep it going. Okay, why don't I play a train, including the whistle and the rhythm, so you can see where we're going. Okay, I'm going to play it at a really reasonable pace, and then I'm going to jazz it up. And I'm going to use my fancy harmonica because it sounds cooler, because it's low. All aboard. Get your tickets, $5 holla. Oh. Good stuff, right? I love the train. It's probably the top thing I play. I play it almost every time I pick up a harmonica because you practice breathing. You practice being relaxed. You practice your speed and your slowness. It's just the perfect exercise for everything. Okay, so let's do the whistle together. Now, 3, 4, and 5, if you want to hear how it sounds, block the whole 2, block the whole 6, and then just do this. And now you don't want to play your harmonica like this. You just want to use this to hear it, to see if you got it right. Right? 3, 4, 5. Now, once you get your mouth on there, you can go. Okay. Now, exhale, push, and then breathe in and hold it as long as you can. Ready? Breathe out. Whew. Did you get out of breath? I know you did. So, I'm going to do it 2 more times. So you go ahead and join in with me. So go exhale, push. You want to try to get to 7 seconds. Can you do it? I know you can. The key is to breathe all the way out, and almost everybody can get to 7 seconds. Even my COPD people in the Harmonicas for Health program. So that is the whistle. Now the second part is the rhythm, right below that. The rhythm is denoted by an R inside of a box, right? What is the rhythm? It equals a set of 4 breaths, okay? It equals 2 out and 2 in. Okay, let's look at the paper. Here on those arrows, you see up is out, and you see the word who underneath of that, and then the second arrow says who, and then the arrows down, the breathe in ones say ha ha. Okay, a couple of other important things. Notice that the first arrow is bigger than the other 3. Okay, that is important for a reason I'll tell you shortly. Now here's the dealio. We're going to breathe this out together. I'm going to breathe out twice. I'm going to breathe in twice. Now, most important thing is to go to holes 1, 2, and 3. I know it doesn't say a number next to it. That's because without a number, it always means holes 1, 2, and 3. So, we whistle on 3, 4, and 5, and then we shift to 1, 2, and 3. More on that after this. Let's practice the train rhythm. Say it before you play it. We're going to say the words who, ha, ha. But we got to breathe in on the hus. So it's going to sound like this. Who, ha, ha, who, ha, ha. Try it with me. Who, ha, ha, 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 who, ha. If you're getting out of breath, remember to try and breathe from this diaphragm and try not to reserve air. There's a lot to do with breathing, and I don't expect you to get it down the first time. If you're a little out of breath, I understand. That's pretty normal. The longer you play and think about your breathing and really try to make sure it comes from the inside, the more your body will start to take over. If you want to know what it feels like to breathe out of your diaphragm, just go like this. Go. You can really feel all of it coming out of you, right? Like we all know someone that laughs that hard. That's me sometimes. Okay, so let's get back to the train rhythm. We're going to say it before we play it. Then we're going to add the harmonica. So we're going to do 3 sets of hoo, ha, ha's. And then I'm going to add the holes 1, 2, and 3. Very important for the train rhythm, onto the rhythm. I'm going to play it a little bit so you can lock in. Now, let me just see. I'm going to check the beats per minute. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. Okay, so just want to do it at a responsible pace. That was a metronome. If you are serious about getting good, you really want to take this to the next level, the metronome is a amazing tool, one that I have benefited from greatly. All right, so I'm going to go like this. Look at your paper again. You see how it has right, left above the arrows? I'm going to go Okay, so I'm going to go, let's do it together. I'm going to do out, out, in 3 sets, and then we'll add the harmonica. Out, out, in, out, out, in, hoo, hoo, ha, ha. Hey, did you get it? I bet you did, because you're a smart cookie. So, that's the basic rhythm. What we want to do is now tie the rhythm and the train together, the train whistle that is, and that is a little bit of a feat at first. Okay, so what's the train whistle? Exhale, push all the air out, breathe in on 3, 4, and 5, and then shift the harmonica over to 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so when you shift over to the harmonica rhythm, to the train rhythm, you almost want to fall into it. I like to say, like a rocking chair, where you go out, out, in, out, out, in. If that makes sense, I hope it does. So, I'm going to demonstrate, and I'm going to kind of be dramatic about it, and then I'm going to fall into the first rhythm. The rhythm goes super, super slow at first because it's a big train, and it's going right? Okay, here we go. Breathing in, and then back to holes 1, 2, and 3. Out, out, in, okay? Did you jump in there? I hope you did. But if you didn't, we're going to do it one more time, okay? Remember, as you fill up with air, that first exhale on holes 1, 2, and 3 is going to be bigger. That's why the arrow is bigger. It's almost a sign, right? Because we want to re-regulate. We fill up with air. We want to get ourselves back to the neutral point, right? Neutral is not too filled up, not too out of breath. Okay. And when we breathe out twice, we want to then be balanced. Same amount out in, the same amount out as in, hopefully. This is a lot to take in, a lot to think about. So don't be too hard on yourself. All right, here we go. We're going to do it twice. We're going to go whistle, exhale, push, whistle, shift to the big blow, blow, draw, draw, blow, blow, draw, draw. Okay? Count it out, exhale, push. How'd it go? All right, let's do it one more time. All right, exhale, push, whistle, shift, out, out, in. Big out. The first one's that big. How'd it go? Hope it went well. That's the train in a nutshell. I'll give you some quick tips on how to practice it at home. And of course, as always, you're welcome to send me a message on social media or write a comment. I'm here for you, right? Okay, to recap, let's look at our page. Whistle 3, 4, and 5 with an exhale push to make room for all that breathing in. And by the way, you can breathe in one big long breath, or you can cut it in 2 and make it sound more like a train. Okay? And then 2 outs, 2 ins. And if you look below that next to the train, you'll see number 1, which shows a whistle followed by a rhythm that accelerates, then decelerates, then whistles again. Okay, this is how we practice it. We whistle before we leave the station. You start with a whistle, end with a whistle. You slowly accelerate out of the station, go on your little journey, and then you arrive back at another train station, and you whistle when you arrive. Okay? So let's do that together, and then we will move on. Okay, so... satisfying. The train is always fun to play. All right, here's how to practice it, and a very important note, okay? The note is you want the accent to be on the blow. You want it to be a little more defined, a little more meat to it. Because as we play, if we have more air coming out than coming in, we can't fill up like a balloon, all right? So it's really important to have the accent on the front end. Let's hear what that sounds like, okay? This is an accent on the front, and I'll do the accent on the back, and you'll see me fill up, and it'll be sad. It'll be sad. So, accent on the front sounds like this. Hear how that sounds? It's almost like it's driving. It's really pulling the rhythm that way. Okay, let's hear it the wrong way. Let's hear it backward. You run out of breath, you can't breathe, and I'm willing to bet a whole dollar that someone watching this has felt that way already. Okay, accent on the front, and here's how to practice with a metronome. I'm going to set this metronome at 50 BPM, and it goes out, out, in, out, out, in on each click, okay? So here's the metronome right here, and if you watch my finger, we're going to go right here to the play button, and we'll push play. Any metronome will do, physical or digital. This one's called Sound Brenner. You can see that right there. So, say it before you play it. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Okay, you got 55. You move it up 5 beats per minute, right? There we go, 55. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Now, if you get off of the beat, the trick to correct is to correct on the blow. So you just kind of extend the blow until you land on it, right? You can kind of if you get it flipped around and you try to land on the draw, well then you're going to be like, okay. That is a very quick description of how to use a metronome. I really should make a lesson just on that. But please ask if you put a comment in the video that says please make that, I will freaking make it for you right away. So, all right, let's move on. Practicing the train, you go up 5 beats per minute. Okay, we're gonna learn a simple song. You have quite a few options on your page here. We're going to do the You Are My Sunshine because it's a song everybody generally knows, okay? Now, how do you read the tablature? Okay, you got a few songs here. If you see a minus next to the number, that means draw. If you do not see a minus, that means blow, okay? The numbers correlate to holes, okay? So, for example, You Are My Sunshine is blow 3, blow 4, draw 4, blow 5, blow 5. Okay? Now, to practice this song before we play it, we're going to do the breathing pattern first. Okay, this ought to be fun. Blow, blow, draw, blow, blow. Okay, we can say that together. Blow, 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 draw, blow, blow. Okay, let's breathe it out. Let's do it. Let's go. Do it with me. All right, let's try it on the harmonica. And it's okay if we're just going to do it without trying to get the holes, okay? We're going to blow. We're going to go to the hole 4, and we're going to go blow, blow, draw, blow, blow. Hey, that's pretty close. It almost sounded like it was it. One more time. Blow, blow, draw, blow, blow. All right, let's see if we can get the holes correct. Now, this is not, don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get it right away. Our goal is to work towards single notes, but we're doing chords today because that is all we really need to start having fun with the harmonica. Okay, so you see the numbers on the tablature. It says, let me go slide over here. It says 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so it sounds like this. All right, we know the breathing pattern. So let's see. Oh, let's see. Let's play it in chords. Here it is. I'm gonna scoot real close to you so you can see. Now it's important to not take the harmonica out of your mouth. It's just to slide it. Don't go. Every time you take your mouth off the harmonica, you risk losing your place. So don't do that. Leave it in there. Okay? Now, when you put the harmonica, remember your fingers on the back end of it. You're going to play with as much in your mouth as you can. Watch how much I put in here. Got about half that harmonica in there. I actually play with it a bit deeper, especially when I'm trying to get some really deep sounds. Okay, so blow, blow, draw, blow, blow. Let's try that together on 3, 4, and 5. So. Oh, did that sound funny? I sounded like I was off a hole. Were you off a hole? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you're the bomb. Maybe you're awesome. All right, let's try it again. But we're going to check to see if we're in the right spot. So we know we start in the right spot. So we want to blow hole 3 as a chord. That means we're going to blow 2, 3, and 4. We got our spot. Okay, let's try it again. 2, 3, 4. All right, I think we've done enough on that line. Let's try the next one. Blow, draw, blow, blow, blow. Okay, let me do it slower. Now when we're breathing out, we're going really gentle, and we're using our kind of lungs in the back of our throat to kind of cut the air in a gentle way. Okay, so I'm going to play the first line 2 times in a row. Okay, I'm going to count it down, and go ahead and get your holes ready. 2, 3, 4. Got it? You got it? Are you sitting there? Don't move it. Don't take it out your mouth. Okay? I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's do it again. Real slow. Got your holes? Got your holes? Okay, you got it? Okay, blow. Ha, oop, I messed it up. Not bad. I bet you got it. Go ahead and pause the video and see, and just kind of work on that, okay? I'm going to leave the tablature up here for simplicity, okay? So, you're still here. You didn't leave me. Oh my gosh. How fun is that? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and play through the whole song so that way you can hear it and play it, okay? And if I have time at the end of the video, or maybe I'll link it, I'll play through each of these songs on this page just so you are able to practice with somebody. Because I like that. I like being able to go back and play with the person. Sometimes YouTube personalities will talk to you or at you, but not, it doesn't seem like an interactive thing. So let's play You Are My Sunshine, and then I'll give you some tips on how to learn songs and be successful in that, right? Because if you can learn to read and play and start getting single notes, the whole world opens up in the harmonica land. So here we go. Take a nice deep breath. Get yourself ready. All right. So, excuse me. Let me get a drink of water. All right. Here we go. You Are My Sunshine. Played at 50 beats per minute. Okay, I'm going to put this on. Let me see where we're at. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's hear it with single notes, okay? That was not You Are My Sunshine. I actually went into a song called the Green Beret, which is a song I do with my veterans class. Anyway, let's move on. Tips for your success when learning a new song. Okay, the biggest key is to slow down and break it into digestible sections. Okay, let's use Jingle Bells as an example. No, let's stick to You Are My Sunshine. You Are My Sunshine. We did that first half of it. We played that like 4, 5, however many times you do need to get it memorized. Then you do the next section. My only sunshine. Okay, sections at a time. Break it into smaller sections if you can't quite get it. If you just play through it until you memorize each little bit, memorize. You're reading and playing, okay? Then you will make it to the end. And by the time you memorize each part section by section, you'll know the first part of it backwards and forwards. I guarantee it. Okay, so a lot of fun, a lot of great songs. There's a lot of resources online. Some tablature is right, some tablature is wrong. But let's move to maybe the most exciting part of the lesson, and that is learning the song Piano Man. Okay? Now, Piano Man, if you're not familiar, is a song by Billy Joel, which features a harmonica. Okay? Now, this song has an intro, and it also has like a harmonica break solo section. They're both the same, and they involve very basic harmonica skills, playing chords, and then holding the note out in some places, right? If you know this song, great. If you don't, go listen to it real quick. Just there should be a link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on your handout. Yes, there are 2 QR codes on your handout. Let's talk about the handout real quick. Practice tracks, it says. One of the practice tracks says full song. That is the full song as sung by Billy Joel. It's an album version. And then the other practice track is for a backing track, so you can play along with it. It's a karaoke track. It's free to everybody to use. So you can play your harmonica along with it. And what's neat is it has just like a whisper of a harmonica in the background, so you can kind of hear if you're on track. Couple tips on that. We'll go through some tips on playing with your phone in a little bit after we learn the song. So, looking at the handout, you're going to see arrows, and that one a big thanks to Lesiones de Harmonica. That's a guy online that I found who had this wonderfully put out, and you're going to see the numbers 6 and 5 blow. Well, that's blow 6 and 5. The arrow up away from you is blow. The arrow down is draw in. Okay, blow and draw gently. Kindly be nice to your harmonica. So now let's look at the pattern. At the top line it goes blow, blow, draw, blow, draw, blow, draw, blow. Okay, that's pretty. There's a lot of blows and draws there. Might get screwed up. Blow, draw, blow. Okay, let's just do the first line. So we got holes 6 and 5. Oh, did I jump in there too quick for you, huh? Maybe not. You're probably already playing it. So, blow. Okay. Did we get through that? Did we do that okay? Let's do it slower for you. How's it sound to you? Okay. Now we're going to go on blow 4. And you see how the notes are connected? That means you're holding that note until you get to the next section. If you don't know how to read music, that's okay. You don't need to know how to play music, read music to play harmonica. I mean, unless maybe you're starting to learn chromatic, that would be very helpful. But I'll give you what you need to know to read this, and all it is following that you need to hold the note, and then on the third line there's like a wedge or I hope you see it. So I'm not just making this weird sign by myself, but that is denoting that you'll slide over to the next note. Okay, looking at the top, you can see the first note, 6 and 5, has the connector. Okay, so you hold that until you do the draw. Okay, so we're going to review the top line, then we're going to do the second line, and we're going to make it through this whole darn thing. Okay, so hang in there. After we go through the whole song, I'm going to show you a backing track that you can practice with and how to best practice with that track. So here we go. Blow, draw, blow, draw, blow, draw, blow. See, I was retaining air. Told you not to do that. So, blow 6, and it holds. One more time. One more time. Okay, let's go. Then there's a blank section there on the second line. Then it goes blow 4, draw 3, blow 5. Okay, so that's the second line into the first line. Blow, draw, draw. Let's try it again real quick. Uno más. All right. I was just running through those next lines for us. Okay, we're starting on the third line, and we're doing the next section, which is blow, draw, blow, draw. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Blow 5, draw 5, blow 6, draw 6. Then it goes back kind of to repeating the motif, the part you recognize. 6, blow, draw, blow, draw, blow. Ba, 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 ba. Nice, right? So, here we go. Now we got the last part, the last section. Okay, I know that's a lot to digest, especially on your first harmonica lesson, but that's the good news. You can keep coming back. And that's what I love about the internet, is that we have these resources available if we choose to use them. There's a lot of harmonica content out there, and most of it's pretty okay, and some of it's great. But let's keep going on this song. So we've practiced each part individually a few times. I have a feeling if this is for sure your day one, that you'll probably need to go through it a lot more. But for the sake of video length, we're going to jump to the practice tracks. So, all right, boom, boom. Okay, now, what we have here is Billy Joel Piano Man karaoke version. This is all you need to search. I'll put a picture of what it looks like on YouTube on a mobile device. It's by the channel that's called Sing King Karaoke. Okay, this is the track that I use with all my students. All my students use as well. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to examine a few things real quick. Okay, we see. Let me see. So we have the name, of course. What row? And then, whoops, push play. Up here in the corner, we have a gear. This gear, if you push it, you can actually change the speed that the track plays at, and that's really good. Playback speed. We're going to click that little 1x, and we're going to push the minus a couple times. Let's see what 80% speed sounds like, okay? We'll click outside of that field, and then we're going to push play. Slow. it to 90%. Because if you know this song, it being slow is kind of weird. So, okay. We're going to start it over. You can double click the left side of the screen and it will rewind for you 10 seconds for 2 clicks, 20 seconds for 3, and so on. It adds 10 seconds. So, and if you're still here with me, you really want to learn this harmonica, and I appreciate you for that. So, definitely subscribe and like this video, and let's finish out this lesson with the backing track at 100%, okay? And then I will put a recording of the track at the end of the thing. Okay, here we go. 100%. Both the melodies the same. Same. Gets wild there. La la da da la la. So that's what I got for you today. Your first harmonica lesson with your friend Adam West. And I'm so excited for you. This little instrument is, it's just so wonderful. And it can play anything from blues to popular music and jazz. You name it, you can play it on this thing with the supporting technique. So give me a holler. And whatever you do, keep on playing that thing.